Probably just watched the video of the putting the case back together. We're getting ready to put on all the little add-ons. The only thing I've done off camera, I did put one little C-clamp right there, or clip right there, a washer there, and the washer there. And that's all I've done. We're going to start out the Kickstarter shaft here. You can see there's this nub right here, and you've got this little spring. The little spring goes in this little hole here, and you want to get the nub right up against this. If you put it down here, it'll go in reverse. So it won't go in reverse, it just won't kick the correct way, I should say. So we'll go ahead and line the spring up first, right here, in that hole. And we'll kind of push it in. It's not real hard, it's a little tricky at first. And the only thing that little spring does at the bottom is locks it in place. Now you see I've got a hold of the top spring here. I don't know if you can see that. Right here with my finger. And I'm pushing it towards this hole right here, which I'll show you in a moment. I just push it in there. See that hole right there is where the spring goes. Then you want to make sure it actually kicks. So we'll temporarily put the Kickstart on. Yep, we're good to go there. Next thing we'll do is we'll put this gear back on. And actually that engages, you'll see, it's not engaged until you get about a quarter of the way down. And we'll go ahead and put the little C-clamp back on, or the ring here, snap ring, is actually what it's called. I don't know why I keep on calling it a C-clamp. It's a good idea to get new ones of those. I had one new one, but if you don't get new ones, they could be a little loose. I only had one, there's two, and I should probably definitely get another new one because they kind of stretch, but we're going to cheat a little bit. Take a pair of pliers here, crush it back down so the gap is smaller. Really shouldn't do that, but this is not a pristine build like the YZ125 was. This is more of a budget, there we go, a budget build. So we've got that on. And then our next step, we're going to actually go ahead and put the shifter mechanism in. This drum here, see there's a hole there. You've also, when you pull this down, which can be kind of difficult, it does have a spring on it, so you can see that. Probably can't see that, there we go. You got to pull this down, and you got to install this, and that little wheel rests in those areas there. A little difficult at my angle here. I'll go ahead and get this right here. Sorry about that. I actually wanted to get a better angle at this. We're going to install this shift drum next. Here it is here. See there's a little notch there. There's also a little notch on the actual drum. There's a dot letting you know on this side where that notch is. You've got this lever in place here that is spring loaded, and it's kind of, it can be difficult. What I like to do is push it all the way down, and it does have some tension on it. Put a screwdriver in there. Go ahead and take this. I don't know if you can see that little nub right there. Again, on this side you've got the same exact, and then you've got a dot on the other side letting you know where that's at. Go ahead and sit it in there, make sure it's in place, and then we'll go ahead and put our screw in there, our nut right here, and we'll end up torquing that down. I think it's about 10 foot-pounds also. We can take our screwdriver out, there you go, and that little wheel rides on the inside of that, or on the outside I should say, of that little drum there. So that part's done. We'll go ahead and crank this down, and then we'll move to the next step, so stay tuned. Okay, we're back. I believe I left off right here. Hopefully I caught installing this portion of the shift drum. Now we're going to work on the shifter mechanism. I don't know the exact verbiage for it, but those little springs I said not to lose. Let's see, I can focus in. There we go, there it is. And it goes into a little hole right here on this drum. So you want to go ahead and put those in. They just kind of seat in there. There's this little key here that slides in, and basically these little keys, they're what engage that other portion of the shift drum. So go ahead and put those both in. Both sides. Let's see here. There we go. There they are in place. And we've got our keeper here, which goes like such. But we've got to install, we've got to put this around this little shifter mechanism first, which can be a little tricky. Plus it's been a while since I've done it. There we go. We've just got to kind of got it slid in there. And hopefully if you do this right, see it kind of holds the keys in place somewhat. We'll just slide it all on as one assembly. There we go. Yay. And then we go ahead and put our bolts in here. I believe these are the right ones that came out of there. They were a little funky looking. Nope, that's not. It's odd. And that one's stripped, that's why. Go ahead and put those in there, and I think these snug down to, I believe it's also 10 foot-pounds or 120 inch-pounds. We'll go ahead and snug those down and then move on to the next step, so stay tuned. Okay, now we're ready to put the actual shift fork on, or shift lever itself. This little cap goes on there. You can see this has a spring that goes over this shaft here, which is actually one of the shafts for the shift forks. There, right to there, boom, we're in place. Next, this gear here, which only goes on one, only goes on one way really. I've already put the spacer on. There's a spacer that goes right there. Go ahead and put that on, crank that down, and then we're set there. And then last for this side of the motor, right there. And we are pretty much ready to put the actual side case on. So that's going to do it for this part of the video. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll put the side case on and we'll get this puppy ready to go. So as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.